Hey YouTube, what's up YouTube? Hope you guys are doing good. So in this video, we are going to be looking at different time frames today. We're going to be looking at monthly time frame, and the reason we're going to be doing that is because I like to look at monthly time frame every when the month end, right? Every last day of the month, I like to look at the monthly time frame because now it gives me a bigger picture of the overall structure of where the market is going, right? Is the market trending to the downside on the lower time frame, or is the market on the higher time frame, or is the market trending to the upside, right? And then the other thing I love is that it also helps me with my journaling and understanding of my trading history for the past month. Because when I look at the previous month, I can start to see, okay, the reason I was taking too many losses when I was selling is because the market was going down. Right? And the reason I was taking too many wins when I buy is because the market is going up. Right? It's just that while I was trading on the lower time frame, I was not being able to see those things because now I'm in that moment in what time frame just looking to execute, right? Because there are days whereby you will find that you are taking trades, but you're not taking trades because the setups are telling you to take trades. Yeah, you're just taking trades because of the situation that you're facing. For example, right? You need money and then you just wanna get on the charts and do something, right? So because sometimes the charts does that. So that's what the monthly time frame helps me with, right? And then the other thing is that it also helped me with to get an idea of how the next month is going to perform, right? Ever since I started doing that, my overall winning setups have been helping me because I always keep at the back of my mind that okay, you know what, the monthly time frame is bullish, so whatever's gonna happen on weekly, obviously it's gonna be for the week, and you're gonna see if it's gonna roll over to the next week, and then roll over, and then as soon as I started seeing the pattern, then it goes back to like, okay, this is what monthly was telling me, right? This is what I need to expect, right? So if I take losses on the sales, but then I start seeing setups for buys, then I start going back to the monthly just to see where we're reacting, because I remember that when the month start, for example, here on NASDAQ, the month started around here, right? So if you were taking buys around this area, when the month had started, you have taken losses because the market was pushing down, right? Because the market was pushing down. So that's what we're gonna be looking in. So let me stop yapping so much and let's get onto the chart. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below what if you do use monthly time frame, and if you use it, how do you use it? I would like to know from you guys. So let's do that. Just go to the screen and let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. So the previous month for me on NAS, right, we had a very strong bearish momentum that we had, right, and the volatility also that came, right. So the bearish momentum from the previous month, which was March, you know, did roll over to April, and then we continue pushing down very strong, right? Very strong, and especially now with the tariffs war that was happening between China, between US and the rest of the world, it kind of like escalated and became a catalyst on the market to react the way that was reacting, right? I did catch some sales, and it helped me a lot, but I want to share on the next video, not now. I don't want to be a spoiler. So we had a very strong push, right? So March gave us a very strong bearish momentum pushing down, and then April, it was just clean setups. Sorry, it was just clean setups, right? Just going to the downside. And that was very nice because I was able to catch some few sales. I did show on my previous videos on YouTube. If you did watch those videos, that's why I was just looking for sales, and I started looking for buys from the previous week, right? Which is this is where now I started seeing setups for buys coming in, and as I did mention, and everything was just bullish, right? So yeah, so now looking at how structure is behaving, right, and looking at the overall direction, right, on NAS, we can see that we are bullish, right? This doesn't have to be like debated, right? We are bullish on the overall direction, but I like to focus on what's happening now, right? That's the past. I want to like to focus on what's happening now, is in what's happening from here, right? From here, just January, right? So January started, and then we started having new highs, right? If I can just remove this, just gonna put it here in December. So we started having new highs in Feb, right? And then we broke the January lows, right? So we started seeing this, right? We started breaking those lows. That's when I started seeing that, okay, cool. It seems like we are gonna be having sales that are gonna be coming in soon. And then this is where now when this monthly candle closed, right, month end of February, I came back to the monthly chart to look at what's happening and see that, okay, cool. I did take a few losses here, right, on the buys, because, and the reason I was taking losses because the market was no longer going up. Because remember, I'm a day trader, so I look for setups on a daily basis. So when I started seeing that the market is no longer going up, then I started seeing, okay, cool, right, this is this is the reason why I was not taking wins at all, right, during the month of February is because of this, right? But when the month ended, right, when the month ended, I started getting setups for sales, and that's when I got funded with Equity Edge, right? If you haven't watched that video, it's also on the channel. I'm gonna put the link below, right? Then that's when I started getting funded with Equity Edge on the, I think the last week of Feb, right? The last week of February. Okay, so let's move on to March. Let's move on to March. So as soon as I started seeing that we broke these lows here, and then March, the only thing I was looking for was sales, right? The only thing I was looking for March was sales until we break a certain area, right? Until we break a certain area on weekly, then because there was a level on weekly that I was looking to break. Until we break a certain area on weekly, then we're gonna do what? Then we're gonna start looking for buys again. But other than that, since we have the new lows and this is how the market, the monthly this is how the market closed in Feb. So it gave me more confidence to say what the following month we need to start looking for sales and we need to look for setups that are going to be giving us that. And that's what happened. The market started giving us new lower lows and new lower highs, which was the structure confirming that we are going down, right? If I can just go to daily just to show you guys, right? Okay, see that. So these were the new highs that were created of the month. And then this was the previous lows that we had, and then we broke those lows here with this candle. Wait, this one here. Yeah, with that candle there. Just quickly zoom in for you guys. And then this is where, yeah, this is where broke the lows of Jan. And then we started looking for salts. If you can just look at this clean structure, right? If you can just look at them, just quickly delete these things because they're gonna confuse you. If you just look at this clean structure, right? So we are going to be we are just back testing today, guys. We are not doing something big. Just look at this, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? And then lower low. Obviously now structure starts changing, right? And then this is March. This is when I was saying that I wanted to see a certain level being broken for in order for me to confirm we are going up, right? I wanted to see that. So let me just do this. So when price started giving me like when Seb was breaking here, right, getting a new high, you know, and then having a higher low, creating a new higher low, and then came and broke this previous high and created a new high. Well, okay, cool, right? If we can come back now, retest here, and give me a confirmation, which is gonna be around this area to say that we are gonna continue buying, then I am gonna be looking for buys because now we're going to be above what we are going to be above the previous high, right? Which is going to be more like a fake out, right? Let me just quickly delete this. So we're like, okay, cool. If the market is going to give me that, then I am going to be looking for buys, but the market didn't even come to create a new higher low to order to continue pushing up, right? What the market did is it just quickly do it from here, came back, create a new low, a new high. I'm just going to stop it here, right? New low, right? That's what the market came and did, right? So broke this low, which is this one here, sorry, this high, created a new high, this one here. We came back, no higher low, which this plan was violated, invalid, whatever you can call it, right? And then from there, we continue, came back, created a new lower low, which was this one here, and then we pushed back, came here, creating new lower high, right? This is where I started say taking sales, right? This is where I started like taking continuing taking sales because I already took sales as the market broke down, continued pushing down here. And then I took a few, I think I took a one or two losses on this buy. No, yeah, one or two losses on this buy or break even. But I remember I had a buy here which wasn't successful on the lower time frame around this area here, right? Okay. So market came back, just delete this. The market came back, right? Reacted here, just this lower high, continue pushing down, right? Then I was like, okay, why not, right? So this is April. This is when now the volatility of April just continue pushing, 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 pushing. And I was like, why not take the sales, man? Why not take the sales, right? Go watch the previous video. You're gonna see I posted that. I'm gonna show you guys on the channel. Okay, so now after seeing that we broke the lows here, I just broke down what happened, right, for you guys. After seeing that we broke there, I started looking for sales as of March, and then the market did give us the bearish momentum, as you saw, right? And so I'm just gonna do this, which is gonna be Feb, and then we have this, right? Obviously, we broke this here, and then this is March, and then April just opened, and then we continue with our bullish momentum, and we broke the previous low, which was the March lows, right? So as much as we broke the monthly lows, we created a new low, which is the low here, right? But then what happened is this: the market then pulled back, right? The market then pulled back aggressively, right? After Trump started slowing down, because remember Trump also, just quickly do this, because remember Trump also came and wanted and said that he would be firing who's this guy, Powell, right? And then he also changed his mind. So he was like, okay, I think he did that on weekend, no, on Monday, I think also, right? Because I remember on that I was holding sales for that of on NASDAQ. Yeah, I was holding sales. So I saw a breaking news notification from CNBC, and then it was saying that Trump is putting pressure on the Feds to firepower, right? And then later on, couple of hours, and then the market just after the news, the market was reacting already. But I was like, what's happening? I didn't know, but I just kept holding because the momentum was just bearish. Kept pushing, 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 pushing. And this is the time that the market was coming around here. So let me just quickly go to daily again. I'm gonna go to daily. Not 1 minute, man. Daily. Yeah, there we go. Around these areas, yeah, around here. This is the push that was happening, right? I'm not sure about the date, but and then it kept pushing, 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 pushing. Then I was like, okay, you know what? Let me just hold, and then I hold, got enough. I reached the target, closed, right? And then after that, I don't know what happened, but then the market started pushing back aggressively around here, right? I was like, okay, if we are going to break this level, yeah, for me, this was the area that was very important for me that day. I said, what? If we are going to break, guys. This is what happened when I back test. My chart looks so messy. If you also do experience the same, comment below, let me know. It does look messy, but then it becomes an issue when I'm having a session with the people or when I'm recording because now everything's just all over the place, right? So I was like, you know what? If I do break this area, then no, I will start looking for buys. And then the following week, when I recorded, I did a record, and then I said that if we are breaking here, then obviously we are continuing to buy. But if not, we are going to continue to sell. And got these sales also here when the market was pushing down, and I was looking at this demand area, right? That was my demand area I was looking at because after we had this bullish momentum, I was like, okay, as much as we are pushing down, the way we are pushing down here compared to how we push back up here and compared to how we drop here. Guys, it's totally different. It's totally different, right? It's totally different. Let me just go back to the charts quickly so that you can have a bigger picture of what I'm talking about, right? Just quickly show you this so that you can have a bigger picture of what I'm talking about. So normally, I don't normally do this back testing session, but you do enjoy it and you're learning something. Do subscribe and comment and let me know what you enjoy and what you would like me to do next. So I'm just gonna be backtesting NASDAQ on this one. I thought maybe I'm gonna do all of them, but the video is gonna be like long. So I'm just gonna be doing NAS, and then the next backtest session is gonna be German 30. So I told myself that what, if I might be all over on this video. Apologies about that, but I'm just trying to kind of like squeeze everything in one because it's a lot, man. It's a lot. That's why you can just teach this to someone in one day or so, because it's a lot. Today, you see this, tomorrow you see that, you know. Um, so yeah, right. So the way the market pushed up on this day, I just use an arrow on this day, right? Because this is a daily candlestick. The moment the market pushed up, right? The moment the market pushed up, the volatility on that was coming back, right? With the buys. That's what for me gave me confirmation to like, hmm, as much as I have sales going down, but the way we are pushing down here, right? Because now remember, these are days, right? These are days. The way we are pushing down here and the way we rejected here, the chances of this demand zone holding for the market to react to come back are high because look at the momentum, look at how we dropped here, right? Look at how we were dropping here, and then look at how we're pushing up here. This push alone wouldn't convince that the market is going up, right? But if you look at this, I just want to try to clean this up because I don't want to redo this all over again. That's going to take time. It's nice when it's in a Zoom session because we're not gonna be uploading it on YouTube. It's gonna be saving it for the members. So the moment how so this is something new that I want you guys to look at, right? I didn't plan on going all over on this video and share everything, but since I'm already doing it, I was like, why not? This the way the market moved pushing down and the way the market moved pushing back up is two different ways, right? The bullish momentum is back, right? On this candle, you can see on this day the way we pushed up. As long as we did react on this supply zone to push back down, but look at how we reacted here, right? So these are the things that you don't see on a daily basis, because in order to see this on a daily time frame, you need to wait until the day ends. So you might find yourself taking losses when you're trying to sell, but then if you come and look at daily, then you're gonna start understanding what's happening. That's why you need to understand all time frames, right? Look at how we reacted on this supply and dropped, but look at how we came and closed around here. We rejected, right? Can you see how we rejected and then we pushed back up, came back to this supply zone? As you can see, apologies, guys, man. Apologies. You know, look at how we just look at how we do this. We reacted here, started losing momentum, dropped. You know, look at this momentum. Look at this momentum. You know, so you can see that the sellers are losing momentum, and then as they losing momentum, they're pushing to the demand zone, right? So what you can expect when you get to the demand zone is to what? Wait for the reaction of the market, right? And that's what the market did. Let me just do this. And that's what the market did, reacted and rejected again, right? And now, using the same concept of understanding how the market moved from this demand supply to this demand, and also understanding how we moved from here to there, and also understanding how we moved from here to there, right? It kind of like prints out and tells you that, okay, as much as there was so much volatility pushing down, right, to this area, right? Sorry, for the south, right? 2 days we had a nice rest where the market just stayed in one place, and then a day after that we broke even those highs, creating new high, coming here to retesting this area, pushing back down, and then loss of momentum, coming into the demand zone, reacting and pushing back up, right? Which is go to 4 hour now just to show you. Maybe just switch off my indicator. You might be wondering what indicator is that. That's a session indicator, right? So I would like to, let me just quickly just show you, just to demonstrate. Let's go drill in on daily. So this helped me, especially when I'm back testing. So from here to there, it's London session, New York Open. From there to there, it's London session, and then from here to there, it's New York session. And then as you can see, this is where both sessions are open. That's the way the market is very volatile, as this that this is where such moves happen. This kind of like help me to understand when I can take trades and when not to. And then after this, the market will be closed. And obviously Asia, you know. But I don't trade during Asia, so for me it doesn't matter. So yeah, let me just go to 4 hours, switch off the indicator, and let's look at 4 hour. So even on 4 hour, you can must see, right? See here, we have a nice demand that people created, right? Price push up, came back, aggressively up, came back, and then we pushed, and then we came back, and then we go, right? So now, let's just look at this, guys. Bear in mind, this is everything that's coming from monthly, and then we drill it down to lower time frame. By the time I spend, because normally when I trade on a daily basis, I start on a daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 15, 5, and maybe 1 minute, right? But every decision is going to be taken based on the higher time frame. So break this area here, right? Which is going to be this area here. Market is low high, high low, failed to break these lows, which is telling us something, right? Push back up. This is us just looking at structure, hitting new higher high, came back, higher low, pushed up, failed to break the previous highs, which is this. I get here and then push down, coming to create a lower low, right? Which is this is where on higher time frame it was reacting on that daily demand zone, and then the market just pushed back up and we start breaking highs. And today this is where we at, right? This is where we at. Just to give you a simple, just to give you a simple, it's easy to analyze. The problem comes when it's time to execute, right? Because for me, if you know, you know. If you know, comment down below and let me know what you're seeing. I think, guys, I will end the video here, right? This is where I will be ending the video. And yeah, man. It was nice it was nice back testing with you guys. So comment below. I'm gonna be doing German 30 next or US 30. Let me know which one to do first. I think I'm gonna be doing it maybe next week. Maybe next week. And catch you guys on the next one. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Cheers. Like.